do, man. I get.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Come on now. We're gonna have action soon. Right here. It ain't going nowhere. Boy, yeah, you got some technique, boy. You ain't showed me that this summer. Hey, why on tack?
Ball at the 5, third down and 2.
That was bad.
Let's go have some fun, bro. We ain't got to talk about too much.
He wasn't playing the ball.
It's holding.
Cliff. The Cliff. How is that not called?
That ain't gonna call a damn thing.
What is the delay for? He's standing right there.
He's taking a card out. He's a piece of paper.
It's that close? Dear Lord.
Hello and welcome. We are the Aussie guys. I'm mate Ray. I'm fully immunised. We got G and we got Ben. How are you, gents?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, actually, maybe I spelt that wrong. Am I? I'm not. I don't know. I'm not. I thought
What
I
are
was.
you?
No.
Are you vaxxed or are you unvaxxed?
Mate, I watched a bit of Aaron Rodgers and I just got a headache, so I just had to try and relieve my headache a little bit by and a few trades that went through some of our leagues that have upset me as well this week. So just try to get rid of a
Well,
headache.
look, you know the week has not been bereft of news, so to speak.
Crazy.
I guess apart from injury, I mean, this season we're dealing obviously still with COVID like we were last year. Running back injuries in particular, but just injuries full stop. People going out for COVID. Starting running backs is becoming a tricky prospect in fantasy. And of course we had early in the week, it's hard because it's there's so many things that have happened. I'm sort of losing perspective on what happened when, but certainly pre Aaron Rodgers was Henry Ruggs. That tragic situation, and I say tragic more so for. I mean, I'm going to sound really.
Mate,
I'm going to sound like an asshole.
Totally for her, for
Yes,
her and her family.
that's what I mean.
Like, Henry Ruggs, you get all you deserve what you get. Every
That's what I
bit
mean.
of it.
I'm
I
going
don't
to sound. I was going to say I'm going to sound like an asshole, but I mean tragic for the young woman that died when she wouldn't have known
Terrible.
what hit her. She was hit by a speeding bullet, almost literally.
A bullet that weighs 1.5 ton.
Yes. And, you know, in ways it would have been more justice would have been served. And I'm not wishing this on Henry Ruggs or anyone, but if he had just wrapped himself around a pole and died, you know, maybe that would have been justice because he would have done it to himself. But in this situation, it's very tragic. And, you know, he's probably not going to play football again, you wouldn't think.
Mate, he's not going to have a life again.
Yeah. And, you know, it's sort of, look, he's a young guy, and I'm not trying to justify it or
Don't even go down the road of people making mistakes. We live in an age now where it's just so easy. Well, honestly, it's never been hard. Don't get in the car and drive.
No.
When you've been drinking. And not just
under
over.
the influence of,
what was he, 0.16 something or around about there. So it wasn't like he just over.
Like 3:30 in the morning or something
like
that. I mean, like, honestly. Anyway.
Mate, I've been in the car doing 240 kilometres an hour. Basically, what was it, 220 kilometres an hour, mate? Yeah. And that, mate, that's fast.
That speed is insane.
In Glen Waverley or
no? I should hope not.
Just out the front here, down the street.
I used to live next door to G, and you know it was, it didn't happen that often, but once every few months I'd hear him sort of screech into the drive in the early hours and stagger out. You'd hear the bottles clink out as he opened the door. The bottles would come raining out of the car.
No, let's not make a joke about it now.
No, okay. Yeah, no, really tragic and
it is
completely horrible.
Because the people, I just want to say, like, people like Kadarius Toney that put out that tweet about, his young mate. Like, You're not a fuck. About he's made a mistake. He's young and whatever. Go and read the tweet. But you're not a fucking parent. Be a parent and think of how what they're going through right now after losing their daughter. It's because I do find that once you become a parent, things about you do change. The way you view things change because you no longer think of yourself. I'm not saying that people that don't have kids don't view it that way.
No,
but there is, it's just that the tweet that he put out was just ridiculous, and it just shows the naivety of someone of his standing. So we'll just leave
great
it there.
segue, naivety and ridiculous.
Do we have to talk about this?
No, we don't. We won't give him much airtime because honestly, I don't think it's worth it. But it's just incredibly disappointing. And I think that all the people that like to hold Aaron up as being this super intelligent, amazing leader, I mean, come on. You can put that aside now. I don't think that's a defendable position.
Well, I've never been a fan of Aaron Rodgers. As a person, some of the stuff, it's everything's pushed onto everybody else. It's not me, It's everybody else. Typical narcissist. And I've never actually been a fan. He's a great quarterback, but I've never been a fan of him as a quarterback, as a football player. If you watch the games all the time, everything that goes wrong on the offense is everybody else's fault. You just have to look at him after a play, after a throw. It's like, oh, fuck. Every time.
It's so funny though, isn't it? After the off season with Aaron Rodgers, where it looked like he wasn't even going to be back, right? With the Packers, it seemed that way, and there was he was riding around on a golf cart, just giving little sly remarks and what have you. And
his personalised golf cart, the one that was given to was one of the offensive linemen made a go kart, golf cart up for him and all that.
But I mean, the thing, I'm now just interested what happens next with Rodgers, because I'm guessing that, and this is the thing that I was sort of, trying to find out, that I'm guessing every single quarterback in the league at the start of the year was asked whether they were vaccinated by the media or so, so he's obviously, because we had all that stuff with Kirk Cousins and the Perspex box and all that jazz. So if he'd have told everyone that he wasn't back then that'd have blown up then, right? So he must have told them that he was. So does that mean that he's been violating all the rules for unvaccinated compared to vaccinated players? And what does that mean? Because if the NFL are going to take that seriously, he's probably going to miss more than one game, right? Yeah,
well, look, in all honesty, if you want to, all the rules that the NFL have put in around vaccination, go and listen to other people like whether or not you like him or not, Joe Rogan, Mike Florio, and a few of those people, because of being a lawyer, he knows a lot more about the NFL than I do in the workings of it behind closed doors. So yeah, he's had a fair bit to say about it. Not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers, but that's fair enough. I agree with his view on him. So maybe that makes it a lot easier because, I'm like the anti-vaxxer. I only read what I want to read that correlates with my views on it. So
right.
There you go. But yeah, he basically just he's just bullshitted his way through the whole thing. He got caught and doesn't like the fact he got caught.
Yeah. I think that's the sad thing, isn't it? It's always when you get caught that these things come up. And
yeah.
How long did I get away with it for, and what else did I get away with?
Like if you're not if people don't want to get vaccinated, I don't give a shit. Couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. But don't go and say that you're immunised. Like that was the first time. Today was the first time I've seen all this stuff because I haven't paid any attention to it. And when I first heard immunised, I've gone, hold on. Hold on, you've used the word immunised. Like even that rang a bell to me straight away. Like
It's very calculated though. See,
Of course it is.
but the rest of the sentence and the rest of the stuff that he said, made it sound like he was vaccinated.
Yes, and he even said, other players in the team that aren't vaccinated, and you see him move his eyes around the room when he's talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to judge him.
No.
Well, you better not judge him because you're one of them. Well, fuck. Anyway, what else? What else is on? Let's just move off Aaron Rodgers because the guy.
OBJ. Should we talk about OBJ?
Oh, OBJ. Oh man. Well, what is there to say? Oh, look. OBJ.
Is Neil listening? Is Neil?
I don't know if he's on.
Yeah. Jump on, Neil. Let us know what you think of OBJ.
I think OBJ, a little bit like Aaron Rodgers, right? I think OBJ thinks he is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, but he hasn't shown it for a long time. Some could argue, like ever, consistently.
Yeah. What did he have? The 2 first seasons he was out of control.
Yeah, he was.
And you look at his numbers. It's been a slow spiral downwards since then. And look, he's a diva. He's a prima donna. Yeah. Like this in every sense of the word. And I was actually listening today. I saw Colin Cowherd. I was just watching on YouTube. Colin Cowherd talk about the fact that when you look at it, was it ever going to work? Him going to the Browns, and he made examples of where you saw a player go into a team and you can see how that's going to work. The type of person he is, put him in this environment is going to work. And he goes, then look at Beckham. When he first saw Beckham go to the Browns, really, with an egotistical quarterback, diva wide receiver. And he made a good point. He goes, the Browns are working class grunts, like Nick Chubb, like Jarvis Landry. They're the type of guys that make the Browns, not some diva wide receiver that comes in.
Well, you could argue the Landry connection, might have been positive for him.
Yeah, or you would have hoped that two guys that played at LSU for about 3 years at least. I don't know how long. I think they only probably 3 years together, and they were a great tandem.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't always mean that you're going to be best of mates necessarily. I thought they were mates, but I thought they were.
Who knows?
Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase.
Didn't talk to anyone. Apparently, the reports this week was he just didn't really talk to anyone. Didn't get involved in team dynamics or anything like that. He was just came in, came out, headphones on. That was it. And
then his daddy puts the stuff up on about like, look at all the times my son's like you wonder where he gets it from. Boom, example.
Yeah.
Mate, you could look at. I reckon any receiver in the league worth his salt could put up a 10-minute clip of his career when he's been open and the quarterback hasn't thrown him the ball.
Hell yeah! And you know what? If you run the route and you go left instead of right, you probably will be open because you're running the wrong route. You know what I mean?
But not just that. You could run a route and it's just the quarterback's made up his mind. I'm going to this guy. This is my first read, and I'll give him time to get open. And it happens every week. Yeah. But no, not everybody. Just my son. Just happens to my son. Come on. Are you really at that point where your dad's got to be putting stuff up, defending you? Good look.
Ganley, drinks of the pod. Oh well, not formally. I've got a Cooper's Red tonight. Oh, what's that? Gee, a McWilliams Topake.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? A port?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Did you find that in Himmler's cellar in Austria or something? No,
it's for McWilliams here. Gentleman whose house I painted. We got talking, and I said I'm not a red wine drinker, and I'm more of a fortified wine. And he goes, "Hold on, I'll just go. I've got a couple of spares downstairs, so we went grabbing one."
Ben's got a pale ale.
Alpha Queen.
Bananas.
Alpha Queen.
Bananas.
Alpha Queen, I couldn't summarize myself up better.
For Christ's sake, mate, we don't mention Queen on this podcast.
Oh, really?
Because it upsets me.
Queen?
Yes.
Patrick Queen.
Mate, yes, you know exactly why. And I actually was talking about you during the week to someone.
Why?
On another podcast in America that we both know by the name of SmackDown. But
in relation to what? Patrick Queen?
we were talking about linebackers. And I was thinking,
Zach Cunningham.
No, we were doing that worked out for me, but I would have rather had Queen. But I would have had Queen. But everybody knows the story, what you did to me with Queen.
You won't let him forget.
And I was thinking, I was one pick away from getting Micah Parsons.
Ooh.
But Memphis of the Warzone, he knew what I was up to. He knew we were going. You and I were going to go linebacker without get the top linebacker straight away, and he sniped us. He's one pick before me. I should have had Queen, and I should have Parsons on my roster at the moment. I was thinking to myself during the week after I was thinking I could have had him. I go, I should have taken him one round early.
You probably should have. At the end of the day, because you never remember that, but you remember the player, right?
I don't remember who I took in the round beforehand. Now, so anyway,
Micah Parsons
is seriously legit.
Lock it in. Defensive rookie of the year, easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he could make a shot for defensive player of the year.
Diggs,
the way he's playing.
What about Diggs?
Oh, yes, I know. Well, maybe. But I mean...
He gets blown as much as he blows up, does Diggs?
Yes, he does. Yeah. But we won't talk about what he does in the locker room, Ben.
No, please.
But Micah Parsons, I mean, this is the question that I'm interested in, actually, for Cowboy fans. Might be a question for Kyle from the Dynasty Warzone. But I'm really interested to, because Parsons they had him playing edge, right? Playing up at the line
for two games. 2 games they had him in.
He looked amazing, and then they're going to play him playing sort of outside in the middle. Looks amazing. He looks amazing anywhere. And I kind of think, where do you play this guy? Do you play him up at the line? I think it might actually be the best place for him.
But wasn't there a little bit of chatter that maybe he wasn't quick enough?
Really?
Like side to side, like
what, pre-draft?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Or was he too aggressive and overshoots the play a little bit too much and stuff like that?
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Maybe he's just, in the Von Miller role. The Von Miller role, he's outstanding.
Yeah. Don't you think, though, AJ, like these days, really, that type of player can play probably all those positions in one game anyway? Like it, like the way that defense is set up now, like they're going to have specific packages and he's just going to float around.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, gone are the days where, I mean, if you're just like a stock standard inside run stuffing linebacker, don't expect to get picked in the first 3 rounds of the NFL draft, basically, at this point. You've got to be able to go side to side. You've got to be able to
versatility
pass. You got to be good in coverage and good against the run, and maybe even have that blitzing ability. Then you're probably like first or second round talent,
Yeah, Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks on their Move the Sticks podcast actually went through this earlier in the week. It's a really good pod. They were talking about initially running backs, because I think right now, apart from Zeke Elliott, the top 12 running backs are all drafted in like the 2nd or 3rd rounds. Like there's no first round running backs. And then they started talking about, all right, so where do you pick the positions in the draft? And linebacker, funnily enough, was like the one that they disagreed on, because Bucky Brooks was like, if I'm looking for a linebacker, I'm thinking 3rd or 4th round. But Jeremiah was saying, well, if you think about your Darius Leonard, your Fred Warners, your Eric Kendricks, like actually you need to get them in the 2nd, because they're, so it is quite interesting about the way that, like you say, if you want a specific position, where do you pick them in the draft? And I think, some of these teams like the Cowboys kind of book the trend a little bit because they always seem to make a big splash in the first round, right?
Yeah.
But
Successfully, though.
Successfully, yeah, which is probably more than any other team, to be honest. It's the rest of the way that they struggle. Yeah.
Oh boy,
we don't talk about the 2020 draft.
I was just say if you hit, forget all the other rounds, right?
especially now that we lack a wide receiver.
Yes, well, I was going to say, even if you flubbed all the second, third, fourth round picks forever, if you always hit on your first round pick, you would have a championship team constantly, wouldn't you? If you were always getting a player in the first that was a quality starter, I think
if he's playing in the position that you get 10 years out of him, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there are teams that we could fairly easily name teams that regularly go to the draft and what's the point? They're just picking, they're just swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss, swing and miss. Yeah.
Browns do it a bit, or they have in the past.
The Browns have had some success recent years. Recent years, they had 20 in the middle that they didn't. But recently, yeah. So, guys, topic for this evening.
Yeah.
You're going to explain.
Ben's brought a little bit too much pre-production to our show, and we're not used to that. And it sort of upset me a little bit this week. So he's come up with another good idea, but as always, he gives me a nice piece of clay. Mate, you did very well. You've got a good piece of clay. You actually molded it this week into a really nice looking vase, but you completely fucked up the kiln. You just screwed up the kiln part, the finishing touch to it. Put the glaze on, it just didn't come out. But it looks great. Your mum and dad are going to be absolutely happy with the new vase that they have to put in their house until you leave, and then they can get rid of it. So the concept is it's week 9. So we've gone with the 9 lives. So what we've done is we have 9 positions to fill on our roster. So we have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, a kicker, and a defense. I know people don't like kickers and defenses, but excuse me, a lot of us play in leagues where we have to have a kicker and a defense. So what we're going to do is in this poll.
Isn't that 8?
2 flex.
Oh, is it 2 flex? Is it 2 flex? Okay. So what we have in here is every team that's playing this week on these little pieces of paper that I've cut up, except I've just gone and lost one. And we pull out. We're going to do our rock, paper, scissors to see who's first, second, and third in the draft. We're going to pull out a team. Not yet. Wait. We're going to pull out a team. We're going to pull out a team, and we all have to pick a player. So only 9 teams are going to come out of all these teams that are playing this week. We have to pick a position for our team from what comes out. So, mate, if we get like the Chiefs, we're all going to go, well, we're all pretty good because we're all going to get a member of that team that we'd be happy drafting.
Right.
But if we pull out a crappy team.
Texans.
And what might happen too is you might go and grab, I don't know, 2 wide receivers with your first 2 picks, and then we pull out a team with a really good wide receiver that no one needs, but too late. You've already filled your roster. So,
all right, let's do it.
All right. So ready?
It is only 1 flex, by the way.
Thank you. I did have it right.
Yeah.
Isn't that just 8?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Defense and kicker.
Yes, defense and kicker.
What, 3 wide receivers have we got?
No, 2. 2 QBs, 2 running backs.
2 QBs.
1 QB, 2 running backs.
Yep.
2 wide receivers.
Yep.
Tight end flex.
Oh, tight end.
I didn't forget to mention tight end, did I?
Sorry, tight end.
That must have been it. Okay. So let's go. Ready? AJ, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Ben's out. Oh, and AJ. In one go, AJ wins. This is the first time it's ever happened. So I got scissors. Ben's got paper.
Paper wraps rock, though.
Paper wraps rock. How does that work?
Well, rock beats scissors. So you're last.
I think it's a let.
I'm last.
Yeah.
I'm out. But scissors cuts paper.
Yeah, but rock. I don't know.
Paper covers rock. Let's do it again.
Yeah, we have to do it again because we need two of us to get the same one. So
that's the worst possible.
1, 2, 3, go. Ready? Let's go. Let's do it. Start. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Here we go. I'm out.
You're out.
Damn it. So I'm last. Right. You two work it out between yourselves. Damn it.
1, 2, 3.
Go, come on.
All right, 1,
2, 3. That's one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
okay, it's you. It's you.
Okay.
All right. That was scintillating for everyone.
Okay, let's go. Let's
right.
get on to this. Okay, first team out. We have.
Oh, so who's first? Ben.
Ben's first.
Then me. Then you.
We have the Patriots.
And then it reverses, right? It reverses?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so Ben. We have to pick. Oh, jeez. So the Patriots this week are playing the Panthers. If that helps you, probably doesn't because we have to pick a player off there anyway. But it might help you pick a position. All right, so Ben, you're up. Who are you going to take on the Patriots for your squad?
Well, I'm going to start off and I'm going to fill one of my running back positions here, and I'm going to go Damien Harris. I think one of the matchup's not great, but at the same time, the Panthers are really struggling at the minute. And he rushed for 23 times last week for 80 yards and a touchdown. Yep. So the touches are there, right? Who else in that? There's nobody else in that backfield that's competing with him right now. Mac Jones, managing the game still. I'm banking on that 20, 25 touches, going over 100 and a score against the Panthers defense that, is good against the run, but, really poor overall. So, easy one for me here with Damien Harris.
Okay, Damien Harris. AJ, you're
easy.
up.
This is a little bit like Yahtzee. You guys Yahtzee fans? Sometimes, not. Ben,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you a Yahtzee player, Ben?
I am, yes.
Yes. See, sometimes in Yahtzee, right? Sometimes you have to fill your ones, right?
Yeah.
Instead of your sixes. It's a bit like, full house. It's a bit like cards with dice. Anyway. Yeah. So okay. I'm going to go and get a kicker. I'm going to get Nick Folk. He 4 field goals against the Chargers. Man, the Patriots have got the Chargers number. Damn it. They always bloody beat us. Last week was depressing, but 4 field goals last week, including 2 from 40 out. He's pretty trustworthy. And, even though Mac Jones is very impressive, you wouldn't call that offense necessarily incredibly high-powered. It's probably a good balance for a kicker, actually. I think he could actually have a really good game against Carolina this week. So I'll fill my kicker position and go and grab Nick Folk.
No, I like it. No, that would have been the one because I just don't like anything that's left for me, basically. But no, that's not true exactly. I'm not going to take any of the wide receivers. Not going to take any other running backs. I actually thought of the defense this week up against.
I did. I nearly took the defense
against the Panthers, and they're playing at home too, aren't they? I think too, the Patriots. So I like the defense more at home, but I'm also liking Hunter Henry at the moment. He's got a really good connection with Matt Jones, and we know that the tight end position is quite.
I think it's in Carolina, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Well, that's not going to make any difference. Who's the starting quarterback this weekend? Is TJ Walker going to fire up, or is it?
Looks like Darnold.
Darnold? Okay. Yahtzee. Yeah. Never.
Again,
Is it like Domino's?
No,
No,
it's not at all like Domino's.
Okay. Look, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take. I should go with defense but I'm worried about what other tight ends there, and I've got a tight end that's been scoring a few touchdowns lately. And he's sort of found a bit of a groove with Matt Jones. So I'm going to go Hunter Henry, only because I don't know what team's going to come out, and probably where I'm. I'm going to go to defense because I got the next pick actually. So I'm hoping that a good team comes out with a tight end. So I've got to think ahead. So I'm going to go the Patriots defense because defenses don't score that much. So all right,
actually,
next
I'm
up.
always picking in the middle. That sucks.
Yes, in the middle is not good. Okay, next. Oh. I should have probably gone a tight end. Next team up. Where are we? We got the Cowboys. Ooh, and I'm up. Okay, I'm going to feel who the Cowboys playing this week. Who have they got? They got
the Broncos.
Yeah, they've. And where are they playing? Are they playing at home? Please tell me they're playing at home.
Broncos at Cowboys, I think.
Yes. I like it. I'm going to take Zeke Elliott. I'm going to fill one of my running back spots. That's an easy decision for me, the way that he's running at the moment. And that run last week in the end of the game, just to put the icing on the cake and the first down was a magnificent run. That's Zeke of old. Just sheer power. So that's an easy pick. So I'm taking Zeke. Simple.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a little bit risky, I guess, at this point, but I'm going to take Dak from the perspective that picking second, I probably will miss out on a prime quarterback because Dak is a prime quarterback, but this is a good opportunity for me. If another guy comes up, I'm probably not going to get my mitts on a Josh Allen or a Patty Mahomes or a Lamar. I might not be able to. So I'll grab Dak here, I think, while I can. Yes.
That's a good spot, mate. Yeah, because you're never going to have the first pick.
No. Mind you, once you guys pick a quarterback, then I could have,
free reign.
But I think
take a top 5 QB. Why not take one?
Yeah, I'm very happy to. I think it was a good move for the Cowboys to rest him last week. And look amazingly, they won.
Yes.
Sorry, Ben.
I think I was boasting to you guys last week how, my treat was that I had Monday off and I had this whole day. Man, I was so effing miserable by that.
Can I ask you, I know, mate, what he's on. He's back at their own 40 or 35, where it was when he doesn't spike the ball.
It's like 20 odd seconds off the clock.
So he sets up and runs another play. No one's really what the hell's going on? No time to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, would have been, mate. Really, are you going to score a touchdown? No, but your odds go up. But he just doesn't spike the ball. It's not the fact that you're so, it's going to take a good throw. It's going to take a Hail Mary pass, obviously. But just the mindset that spiked the ball. You just don't even, it didn't even look like it crossed his mind. Where are you? What headspace are you in? Not to be thinking. Every other quarterback in the league would have spiked the ball.
Yeah. And I think it looks worse when you're coming off a bye week as well. Stuff like that just looks like you're completely disorganized. And even the last drive at the end of the game, they had enough time to go down the field. It was a shambles, and they had to use timeouts earlier in the half because they weren't set properly. Doesn't look good. But I mean, the first drive of the game, I was thinking, "Hey, this is going to be child's play."
Ada saying the same thing.
Adder.
it's brutal. I tell you,
Adder,
it's
I'm surprised I didn't run into Adder at the Dan Murphy's buying whiskey.
It's almost like what he did is almost like you come out of a timeout and you get a delayed game penalty. Like, hold on, you just came out of a timeout and you get a delayed game penalty. Like, what do you think? Didn't you plan what you were doing?
Actually,
it was a bit like that.
Gee, they also called 2 timeouts in a row.
Yes.
So they got penalised for it.
Yeah.
Just
you can't do that. Is that a 10-second runoff when you do that?
I think so.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right, Ben. Let's keep this puppy moving.
It's so hard now picking last for the Cowboys, isn't it?
Yeah.
So should we go to a guy that in his last 3 games has had 19 catches, 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, has jettisoned Justin Jefferson as in the old betting malarkey. So let's take CeeDee Lamb, shall we?
Yeah, okay. Whew. Nice pick. Like it a lot.
And now you can just agree. You can just pick a nice team out. Maybe.
Okay, help you out.
Maybe your boys, if we're thinking about tight ends.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, here we go.
Here
we go. We have the Broncos.
Oh,
yuck. Okay.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be bad for me, and I've already picked my defense. That's not good. All right, Ben, you're up, mate. What are you going to take? I like these pods that were unscripted.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
This is grim because they're going to play the Cowboys in Dallas. So the defense without Von Miller, I'm struggling to pick that one, to be honest. So look, it's a dome. The guy can kick 50, 60-yard field goals. So
they'll be chasing points. They'll be chasing points.
Take the kicker. Yeah, Brandon.
That would have been my pick too, and in this game. Well, for the Broncos anyway, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy struggles to move the ball down the field regularly. Drives come to quickly. I mean, I did think about Melvin Gordon here because despite the Javonte Williams stuff, he's sitting 15th among running backs, 12.6 fantasy points per game. He might be a good flex option here, but I've got a feeling there's better running backs out there right now.
Yeah. No, that's it. Hey, Joe.
Sorry, mate.
Yes.
Who you got?
You've already
picked, mate.
Well, I am going to go Melvin Gordon because we do each have to pick 2 running backs. And
in what spot are you putting him?
Running back.
You're going to put him in your running back spot?
Oh, okay. yeah. I'm going to put him on my running back spot. Just because, I mean, look, we know the future of the running back position in Denver is Javonte Williams. He looks amazing. And look, I think they've got the mindset that they're going to give Melvin Gordon the ball as much as possible, just kind of use him up. He's getting the ball at the goal line. Last week, he looked great. I personally hate him. I dislike the guy intensely, but I think he's just the preferred option right now. So, like, for right now, he's a good option fantasy-wise and NFL-wise. He's getting the job done. He's not a Zeke, but as I said, he's going to get carries at the goal line for sure. And we don't have Noah Fant this week. That's a bit of a difference in terms of the goal line.
My boys, big time. Albert O.
Yeah. Oh, and Albert O. Look, Albert O.
Good tight end start this week.
Underrated. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, Melvin Gordon, I think, is a strong option actually this week. So, yep. Go and grab a running back.
Okay, so, mate, do I go Melvin Gordon's Batman? Because really, Melvin Gordon's Robin.
No, hey.
To the guy that does he lead the league in yards after contact and tackles run through, broken tackles?
That's probably Derrick Henry.
Oh, I don't know. I think he might be first. I think Javonte Williams is second in those categories. Oh,
he's very impressive. Oh, yeah.
He's extremely impressive. Except he's got to run over the top of Micah Parsons this week, which might be a hard task. I've got a flex spot. I'm going to go. They're going to have to score. I think Jerry Jeudy with the week. I'm going to put Jerry Jeudy in my flex spot. I think I should go Javonte, but I reckon I might be able to get a better running back in what's left if I look in there.
A bird in hand.
Yeah, true. Okay, Javonte Williams. That's how my brain works.
It's great how you have all this analysis and then change the picture.
No, I've been talking who keeps popping in, Chris G, Ganley. He's always had a go at me because I always don't go with my gut. Right. I always go with, okay, let's think that through. Okay, if I thought it through, and my gut's usually more right than the this thing up here. So I'll stick with Javonte Williams, and that keeps my flex spot open. Okay, so back
next
to me.
Up, drum roll, please.
Next team up is two stuck together. Put that one back in there. Oh, this one's stuck together. Must have been the top of the post-it. We have the Raiders.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Raiders.
Ooh. So I'm going to take straight off the bat here. He's back this week. Need a tight end. There's not a lot of good tight ends. He's a number 2 tight end in the league. Easy pick. I'm going to take Darren Waller this week, especially with what's happened to Henry Ruggs. Just
unbelievable.
Like he doesn't
paid out for you there.
Paid out very well. No problem, says Noah. Sort of gives me the smile and a wink. Well done, Dad. That's an easy pick. Easy pick at the tight end position. So I'll leave it up to you two guys. I think there's only one guy left worth picking now.
Well,
I don't even know if he's worth picking.
No, I think he's worth picking because the Giants' defense is not great. Especially their run defense. And I think this is a guy, he gets perennially underrated. And as you said, the Raiders are, they're reeling. They're reeling. Man, what a year for the Raiders. Ugh. Josh Jacobs. I'm going to grab another running back here.
And where do you want to put him in? Is he a flex
running back?
Or he's going to be only running back? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
And I think he can find the end zone a couple of times in this game. Wouldn't surprise me. It's Darren Waller. Maybe Brian Edwards looks good in patches. He doesn't seem to be involved incredibly.
Mate, Hunter Renfrow could get
Hunter Renfrow.
15 targets this week.
Yes, Hunter Renfrow has looked pretty good, actually. But apart from, say, Renfrow, Waller, and Jacobs, and aforementioned Henry Ruggs, there hasn't been a lot else, I don't think. But, I'll go grab Josh Jacobs.
Okay, Ben, that leaves a pretty bare cupboard for you, mate.
Yeah, it certainly does.
We've probably taken the two best players off the offense straight away. Go on.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, do you want to drop me a picture of that as well? Just so I'm aware of. I'm gonna double down on running backs, and I'm gonna take Kenyon Drake, and I'm gonna stick him in my flex spot because since John Gruden has come out, Drake has really seen an increase in his role. So much so that the week before the bye in week 7, he had 14 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown, and he also got 3 targets in the passing game for 20-odd yards. So, as a flex option, I quite like that. And we talked about going, like you say, going up against the Giants. Not a great defense against the run. And the way Derek Carr's been playing, Derek Carr's an option here as well, I reckon. 300 yards in his last 5 games, at least multiple 2 touchdown passes in his 7 games. So I'm going to go Kenyon Drake. Probably, whether Josh Jacobs is 100% or not, I think he's still going to get 10 to 15 touches here.
Okay, very good. Now, I'm going to pull out the team I don't want to pull out here, being the third pick, obviously, is the Tennessee Titans. They'd kill me if they came out right now. Actually, I could take the kicker. Okay, so
the Texans look pretty good for a killer as well.
This is probably just as bad. It's probably worse. Panthers. That is terrible, Greg. Terrible. That hurts. Ben, who are you taking, mate? You're first up on the snake.
Oh, boy.
Well, after just sticking a running back in my flex option, I'm very loath to go with a guy who potentially will return this week. And he's only played 3 games, but he's 5th in average fantasy points per game with 19.5. I'm not going to talk myself into it, so I'm just going to take DJ Moore. I'm just going to take DJ Moore and run.
Damn you! I thought you were going to do it. That was like, yes, thank you.
I was talking myself into it, but no, DJ Moore. What can we say about him? Really, he's been an absolute godsend this year. After probably what was a bit of a down year last year, he's really run with the offense. Happy with that. Good luck, guys.
Oh yeah. Thanks. AJ, who are you taking?
Oh boy. This is another Yahtzee moment. I think I'm going to take the Panthers defense. Now, look, the thing about Mac Jones is he doesn't necessarily make a lot of mistakes. So I do have that against me. He looks pretty comfortable. New England, actually, I'm just looking here,
but he will take a sack. He's not partial to say, well, I'm not going to make a stupid move here. I'll just take the sack.
That's right. So let's hang my hat on Brian Burns, Hassan Reddick, maybe make some noise, get to Mac Jones, put him in the dirt a few times. Maybe get some tackles for loss behind the line. It's probably an okay starting defense this week.
They're 9th through 8 weeks. 9th defense, giving up, getting about 7 or 8 points there, fantasy points. So that's a good pick.
Yep. Yeah. So Panthers D.
Okay. Now, who's the kicker for? Seriously, who's the kicker?
Joey Sly, isn't it? Is it Joey Sly?
Did he? I thought he kicked for the 49ers last week.
Is it Shai Smith?
It's Zane Gonzalez.
Zane Gonzalez.
I'm sorry, there he is. A kick up there. There it is. Yeah. How's he doing this year? Now, who cares, mate? If he gives me 7 points, I'll be. That's all I need. If
he's averaging 9 points, and
I'm taking that every day. Thank you. I've just gone and used up a very valuable position there.
That's actually not bad.
Mate, that has really got me out of jail. I've used the get out of free jail card in the Monopoly board. Not the
You've used it now, though.
I have used it, so I'm in trouble now. So I need a good one here.
Would you guys be starting Christian McCaffrey in your league?
No. I'm looking actually at the moment how updated this is at our lads, just to go through to see who's available. He's not even on the depth chart.
Yeah, they think they're going to
He's on IR
activate him today, I think.
Yes.
Are they? Yeah, that might give him another week. They said they actually said week 9, didn't they? But yeah,
makes a good point.
Makes a good point. Yeah. But no, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What are you eating, AJ?
Dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Just picked up a wide receiver. The Rams.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. I'm not even going to – we all know why I'm taking him.
Some questionable turn picks here for you, G.
Cooper Kupp, straight in. Don't even have to explain why. He's outscoring 99% of the quarterbacks.
He is. He looks amazing.
So
He looks amazing.
That's an easy pick. Easy pick.
Well, it's also the connection that he has with Matty Stafford. That's incredible. So you know what? I'm going to I'm going to use
it makes you think that if the Lions ever had a good slot sort of guy, that maybe he might have been something. You could have made something of yourself in Detroit.
Yeah, maybe coaching's got something else to do with it as well.
Yeah.
And schemes and things, but we also know that Cooper Kupp's pretty special. Like his hands, he's got some of the best hands in the league. You know.
But I also like to think the fact that if you have the ability to get open, that no matter what your coaching has asked you to do on the play, that Matt Stafford's a smart enough guy to throw the ball to the guy who's open.
Yes. Yep. Now the Rams are playing the Titans this week at home. The Derrick Henry less Titans. Oof. I know. And I'm going to fill my flex spot here and grab Darrell Henderson. I think that's pretty compelling. And he looks great. Just looking here, averaging 18 touches a game. I don't think there's any concern. This Rams offense is one of the best offenses in the league.
And I hope the girls and boys at home are doing the game with us, because there's no reason why people at home can't be doing this.
Absolutely. But Darrell Henderson in my flexes, I think is a pretty good flex. I'm very happy with that.
Very good flex spot. Ben, plenty to pick from.
Yeah. Look, well, there is plenty to pick from. However, I'm down to. I've got two wide receivers. I've got a flex. I've got a running back, quarterback, tight end, defense. Could make an argument for the defense here, but I'm just going to take Matthew Stafford. I mean, third so far in terms of fantasy scoring this year at the quarterback position, which, look, I don't think anyone probably thought that he would be that high up, but averaging 23.44 points a game, just trailing Tom Brady and Josh Allen, was pulled after 3 quarters last week, believe it or not, against the hapless Texans. But Tennessee, look, they've got away with a few this year, going to overtime against the Colts, needing sort of miracles late in games, and without Derrick Henry, I just think that I think he's matchup proof at this point. Is Stafford?
It makes the Henderson pick actually look pretty good, doesn't it? Like, get a lead and just run the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But the lead's going to be there because Cooper Kupp scored 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
And Bobby Trees is probably in there somewhere as well, right?
Yes. All right. AJ. No. Yes.
No, I've picked.
No. We're going to pick.
It's me again, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to pick a team, and here it goes. Who we got?
So I've only got running back, tight end, and defense.
I'm in trouble. I'm in
Tell us who
trouble.
it is. Tell us who it is.
The Packers.
Oh, the Packers.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I'll take Aaron Jones, thanks.
I was going to say Aaron Jones would be very juicy. Nice one.
Yeah, obviously, apparently the quarterback isn't playing this week. We've heard. So, what does that tell you? I mean, I think we all are on the same page with Jordan Love. God knows how this is going to go.
Mate, I'd love to see Jordan Love absolutely kill it. Absolutely kill it. Would be great. Couldn't think of anything better.
I never saw him absolutely kill it in college, G.
No.
Don't know how we're going to see it in the NFL.
Divine intervention, mate. Let's just hope.
But he's been learning. He's been
But
developing.
just imagine, are they at home?
No.
No, they're at the Chiefs.
They're in.
Just imagine Lambeau Field, dark, stormy day. He walks on, and the cloud breaks, and just a beam of light shines down to the quarterback's position.
Yeah.
Another fable from that book that a lot of people read.
I'm not going to say what else can we say about Aaron Jones.
No, that's an easy pick. Yeah. With this squad that they're pumping out. Yes. AJ, you want to fill your wide receiver spot?
Yeah, it's got to be Devontae Adams because even though it's not A-Rod under center, if I was coaching the Packers, I would just be saying, okay, Jordan, this week you hand off to Aaron and you throw to Devontae. That's all. That's the game plan. Yeah. Very easy. All right. Just one of those two things. That's all you need to do. Yep. We had Adams out for, he was on the COVID list last week. That's a dirty word in Green Bay at the moment. So actually, I don't know if he's 100% being cleared to play. Has he?
Devontae Adams? Yes, he has.
Yeah. Okay. Look, he is absolutely a must start. This is a massive game. And it actually is a real pity that Aaron Rodgers isn't there because this is two of the best teams in the NFL this year. Actually, Kansas City, the bottom of the AFC West. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I mean, like the Packers and the Chiefs. I mean, a real highlight, definitely, that people would have had on their calendars for such a long time. But I think that, Adams, he's amazing. He's amazing. And there's no doubt that he's going to have a good game. Maybe he won't have the game he would have had with Aaron Rodgers, but I think he'll have a good game nonetheless.
Isn't it amazing, though, he's missed 7 games and they've won all 7 games without him being there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Adam makes a good point.
Yes.
The Packers, man, when you think of organizations like that, yeah.
Love it.
That's excellent. Yeah.
Okay. So what do I need? I need a running back, a flex, and a quarterback. Well, obviously not going to pick my quarterback up in this one. So I got to. Oh, I got seriously got no idea. I can't. There's no other wide receivers that I'm willing to take.
MVS. Equinemius.
Randall Cobb had a nice 2 touchdown
Randall Cobb.
game.
Yeah, but his boyfriend's not playing, so that's not going to help me. Maybe without Rodgers and it all goes to the shit, and Jordan Love has a crap game, mate. You can't run Aaron Jones 50 times. He's going to have to share the ball.
Yeah. Yep.
And maybe Dylan falls across the goal line at some point. I'm gonna have to hope that he gets a touchdown.
That would be my choice, to be honest. I'd pick AJ Dillon.
Yeah. That's all I can do. Now, where do I put him? I'm going to put him in as my run.
I think we talked about this last week. He looks great. Like
he does look good, but Aaron Jones just looks better. And why not give the guy who looks better the ball? But he runs without. But it's amazing you watch two guys run and they're different. Yeah, carried him
last week though. Yeah,
did he?
16 carries for 78 compared to Jones' 15.
Well, that's making. I'm going to put him in my running back slot because that leaves me my flex to go either way depending on who comes out in this pick. And it is.
I didn't see it. Who was it? 49ers. Ooh.
That's Deebo Samuel.
Damn you. That's.
He goes into my flex. That's not a bad flex, but I'm still not happy because now I've got to be stuck with whatever quarterback I pull out next has to be my quarterback.
Well, yes, that's absolutely true.
So I'm seriously screwed at this point unless I can pull out, the Buffalo Bills.
You've been pulling out things quite nicely this evening, G.
Yeah. Oh, the 49ers hasn't helped me. But anyway, you're up, AJ. Who are you going to take? So what you have to fill at the moment, you have a wide receiver spot that you have to fill
and a tight end. Okay, so here goes. Now I'm
Kittle is
taking a
back,
risk.
isn't he?
I'm taking a risk. I'm going to go and put George Kittle in just because I think I've got more chance of getting a wide receiver next time round than just, having you pull the Jets or someone for a tight end position. So
I could pull the Jets for a wide receiver.
Well, that's right. Look,
If
I don't know. He's expected back.
The Jets have already played.
Back.
The Jets no, they haven't. No, they haven't. Oh, fuck.
The Jets have played already.
The Jets have played, haven't they? Oh,
yes, they did.
They did. That's right.
But I don't think Kettle has been activated off IR yet. I don't think so.
Not yet.
We're still just waiting. I think he's practiced though.
I think he's going to start this week.
So I think he is.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm just going to have to roll the dice. I'll put George Kittle in there. It's always a risky proposition putting George Kittle straight. You know what? He's the kind of guy you want to wait a week. Ideally, you wouldn't want to play him this week if you could help it, really.
Because he'll miss another couple.
Yeah.
This will be his MO at the moment.
He's not. Yeah. It's getting a bit of worry.
He's one of those guys. If you had him on your roster,
you
probably actually start to look at maybe flogging him out. If you need to, maybe get a few picks.
He's not that old though, G. But
it's not just that. It's the whole 49ers offense, isn't it? Really, like if you look at what he's done, he hasn't done a lot for quite some time.
Actually, he's older than you think. He's actually 28.
Okay.
Recently, October 9th was his birthday.
And a lot of injuries. They're not going to go away as you get older. Like, trust me, I know. Ben, what do you got, dude? So what do you need? You need
I've got
a defense and a tight end.
I'm going to take defense because the two reasons is why actually that I'm pretty happy with this is Kyler Murray might not play here. He's struggling with his ankle. They're 7-1. He doesn't need to play. Like the smart option would be to, give him the week off. It doesn't really matter if they lose the game in that sense. Like I know they seedings are important.
Sure.
So, also I think DeAndre Hopkins is a game time decision with a hamstring. I reckon he doesn't play either, to be honest. So look, I mean, Colt McCoy is the backup quarterback. So decent backup quarterback, but I'm taking that Niners defense if Murray's not there, So
not
that's
bad.
what I'm going to bank on.
And a safe pick as well. Safe pick. Yeah. All right, it all comes down to this pick.
So so whoever I get here, it's tight end for me. So.
It's tight end for you.
I don't like the odds.
Yeah, but I got quarterback.
Falcons will be good.
I'm giving this an extra spin round in my hand.
Dolphins.
Come on.
Chiefs.
Okay, here we go. We got one. Come on, Bills. Come on, Bills. Come on, Bills. Come on, Bills. Bills. Oh, fuck.
Who is it, G? Show us. It's who? Giants. Okay. It's the Giants. Ugh. Okay.
Well, Ben's okay. He gets Evan Ingram.
Yeah. I guess that's okay.
Don't have a choice, bro.
Funnily enough, I had two tight ends down on my list here. Because he's caught touchdown passes in back-to-back games as Cal Rudolph.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
So, let me just have a think for 30 seconds here.
Hey, and the loyalty's starting to kick in too. The old purple blood, mate. Runs deep.
I'm already feeling guilty about not taking Teddy, so
don't do it twice.
Do you know what? I thought that said the Cardinals, and I would have been so happy because I would have snapped up Zach Ertz in a moment. But yeah, look.
Why couldn't I pull out the Chiefs?
Yeah.
The Bills.
Look, Ingram.
I made a mistake. It's the Bengals.
Yeah. All right. Look.
Who are you going?
I'll take Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
They've got the Raiders this week, who are actually giving 11.7 fantasy points per game up to tight ends. So,
what are they doing for quarterbacks? Is it looking good for me? Well, Daniel Jones is playing his heart out. I'm not gonna.
He is.
Like, he's not Matt Stafford or Dak Prescott, obviously, but he still might give me like two touchdowns and maybe a high 200-yard game.
Sure.
Yeah, I think Jones is all right. This could be a shootout, to be honest.
And where's it played? Where they playing?
In New York.
In New York.
I would have preferred if it was indoors. That would have been better. But
yeah, Ingram.
AJ.
You deserve to be called out.
Oh, bloody hell. You start to wonder about that purple blood now, really, don't you?
I'm one of the only people who's got a bit of a choice here, haven't I? And you know what? I'm gonna go with a bit of risk here. I'm gonna go.
What have you got left, AJ? Is it just a
wide receiver?
Galladay. I've got to go wide receiver.
Oh,
you're not, are you?
Kenny
Really?
Galladay. Yeah.
Is he playing this week?
Now, here's the thing, because Shepard and Tony might not be playing.
Yeah.
So if Galladay is playing,
this is really looking good for Daniel Jones.
Then yeah. So, but that's all a bit up in the air. So I probably, if I was playing it safe and if I knew he was actually going to play, I'd probably go Sterling Shepard.
Okay, so again, Kenny Galladay it is.
Yeah, but I'll go Kenny Galladay. So that's a real dice roll there. Don't know if he's going to play. But if he plays, there's a good chance he's going to be the focal point of that offense.
Okay. Yep.
So, see what happens.
And if he's not, Darius Slayton takes two to the house and, two catches to the house for 120 yards.
Exactly. That's right.
Okay, and obviously the last pick of the night is the Daniel Jones. I don't have a choice. So,
Nope.
let's just hope that he has a half-decent game and can find someone to throw the ball to.
Yes.
All right, so I'll quickly go through the lineups.
Please. Yep.
Okay, Ben has Matt Stafford, Damian Harris, Aaron Jones. His wide receivers are CD Lamb and DJ Moore.
Ooh.
His flex spot is Kenyon Drake. His tight end is Evan Ingram. He's got the 49ers defense, and McManus is his kicker. AJ has Dak Prescott at quarterback, Melvin Gordon and Josh Jacobs are his running backs. Devontae Adams and Kenny Galladay, wide receivers. His flex is Darrell Henderson. George Kittle's the tight end, and he's got the Panthers and Nick Folk at kicker. I have the outstanding Daniel Jones. I have Zeke Elliott and AJ Dillon.
Nice.
Hold on, what have I done there? What have I done wrong there?
It's very good.
Don't know.
How come I've got three running backs?
You've probably got a flex running back.
No, I've got Deebo Samuel at my flex. So what was I missing?
Did you pick
That's
a
weird.
running back instead of a wide receiver once or something?
I must, but how did I end up with exactly the right amount of players? All right.
That's what I mean. You've
So I'll
you've
take
gone
that.
the
So
wrong, incorrect position.
So I got Zeke Elliott, Javonte Williams, because they were the first two running backs that I took off the board. Cooper Kupp, Debo. Oh, there we go. I need another wide receiver. So I actually have to take Equanimeous St. Brown because he's the only other wide receiver at Green Bay because I took AJ Dillon. So that's the mistake that I've made.
No, Dylan can be in your flex.
No, because well, I put Deebo Samuel in there.
No, because Deebo Samuel's a wide receiver.
You've only
Put
got
him in
two wide receivers, haven't you? Kupp
Yes.
and Samuel.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I've got
You initially put him in your flex.
Zeke and Javonte Williams. I got Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, and AJ Dillon at my flex. Darren Waller, the Patriots, and Zane Gonzalez.
Very nice.
I didn't know he was a kicker. So,
So if I'm being called out for being a traitor here, the fact that AJ's got Melvin Gordon, he's sleeping with the enemy. I'm not having that.
Every week out, I screw it up. And I always seem to screw up my own team
Yes.
for some reason. I'm so concerned about getting you guys right.
It does
Screw it,
bite
mate.
a little picking Melvin Gordon, I must confess.
So, Whose team do you like? Whose team do you like before we wrap this puppy up?
Who are you asking?
You guys. Ada, he can get in there.
I think I like yours. Actually, well, quarterback is a bit.
Quarterback's going to hurt me a little bit, but if you can have a half decent day and just keep it all together, and he could very easily get a few rushing yards this week against the Raiders. Oh, Ben! After calling him a traitor, he's going to jump from base one to no one.
Exactly. I think if your running backs actually hit AJ, I think you're in with a good shot. If Gordon gets some good touches, that could be the difference. Your running backs could go either way.
Yep.
But otherwise, you're very, very solid.
I'm going to put rate mine 1, AJ 2, Ben 3. Just because I don't like Ben.
See you next week.
Well, we'll see. G, you add them up.
Yeah, I'm keeping scores. I didn't mention last week's scores because I didn't win.
Mention in the weeks where you come first, mate. That's fine.
What were the scores last week? What were the scores?
Let me have a look. Hold on. I might have the wrong book.
Yeah.
I didn't do well last week. I didn't do well at all. That's the week I won. Okay, here we go. Last week's scores. Ben. No, I'll go from Ben 77.9.
Right.
AJ 55.88. And I was 44.9. Did not help by the fact I had 3 zeros. Deshaun Jackson cracked the shits. Kenny Stills didn't play. He didn't do anything. I don't think he even saw a target. And DJ Dallas.
Last minute scratches and all sorts last week.
I
got caught out in a couple of leagues.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd call that a landslide victory? That one there, G. Then 22 points. It's
not too bad. 22 is pretty good. 22 is pretty good.
So I'll write landslide, shall I? Is that okay? Yeah.
You forget about the week that I beat you 118 to 83. I didn't mention it. I just told you the scores. I didn't say it was a landslide. I was just happy enough just to win. That was enough for me. I don't need to rub it in.
Well, what I'll do, G, is I'll put together a video that week, all my guys that were open, but the quarterback didn't play. I'll put it on social media.
That's a good idea.
And or your running backs that don't see the hole.
Yeah.
Which could have been. So I was going to mention something else, but I can't remember what it is now. So AJ, you might as well wrap this puppy up.
Wrap it up. Okay.
5 a.m. this week for the games, guys. 5 a.m. now.
Oh,
yes.
Woohoo. Fantastic. Always look forward to when they do their daylight saving clock movement. It makes it just a slight bit more palatable. 5 a.m. I had, it's been, I don't know if you guys do the 3 a.m. wake up and check your waivers, not check waivers, check outs. There's been a few times where guys have been game time decisions. The worst thing is when a guy is not on the injury report at all, but then pre-game, just like, bit of a ping in the old hammy, and then they don't play. It's like, are you kidding me? That's a killer. That is where we are at a distinct disadvantage, unless we do that. Even if you do the alarm clock thing, I don't know about you guys, but like if I'm checking lineups, and I'm in a lot of leagues, stupid amount. If I set my alarm 2:45 a.m. or whatever, I mean, my brain is so like foggy. It's real hard. And like you're looking at your roster, and if someone's out, it's like, oh my God, I don't know the headspace to quickly pivot. Sometimes if there's a guy that
4 different platforms as well, you got.
Yeah.
Remember which league? Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a guy just recently that who was it? No, I can't remember who it was now. And it was a 7 a.m. No, because there was a 4 a.m. Obviously the 4 a.m. kickoff, and I set my alarm for that. So I got up, checked my lineups, went back to bed. But then there was someone who was at game time for 7 a.m. and I missed that by seconds because I had gotten up and I had my shower and I was getting ready for work and I thought, oh, I better just check. And then I checked and it was like, oh no, he's out. And I was like,
I did that this week with do we have any games at like 10? Is it 10, 20 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And I think it was Dak Prescott that missed last week. So I found out like 2 minutes before. So I'm on my phone, and because the NFL, this is just in a managed league that I play with my mate Chris, and just going through it. And because it's such a shit site, and on your phone it's even worse, mate, I missed getting it in, and just as I went to I was going to put who was I going to put in? I think it was Carson Wentz.
Oh, okay.
And I had like 5 seconds too late.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I just end up losing. It's like, okay, it's only a managed league. It is what it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was good. I enjoyed that. Something a bit different.
Yeah.
I like that concept.
That's quite novel.
It's getting hard every week.
It is. So we'll have to think about what we do next week. But in any case, it's been a very, very challenging year. I hope all your fantasy teams are doing well. I mean, week 9, you've probably got a good idea at this point whether you're competing or not. And if you're not, then it's a good time, actually. Like, don't wait to... What's that?
Come and see me.
Yeah.
Don't
wait too long. Don't wait too long to bail. Like, if... You know what? It's no point finishing 6th. Like, finish last or first. Fair?
Well, if you got a chance of finishing first. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, try. Like, you're either in the hunt or you're not in the hunt. But don't
if you're not
come
first, you're
in
last.
the middle. Don't come in the middle of the pack. It's pointless.
Just do what I did in the Assassins League. Obviously, joined it for the first time this year. Was in 6th, so I had the option to keep the team or go into the dispersal. Went into the dispersal, blew it all up. I'm currently 6th. So,
well, there's some news coming about that. We have to sort that out. We have to get it out.
Yeah, we do.
When it shows that. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, hope you're sort of riding the waves. It's been a pretty wild season, injury wise. I mean, if you can sort of keep your head above water, and if your team is sort of in the positive, I think you're doing well. So enjoy the week. Hope you're all doing well. Enjoy the week, and on behalf of G, myself, and Ben, have a good week. See you next time. Ciao.